Hey guys, Mohammed Kolich here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Raspberry Pi Home Automation Hub project. I've been working on this since yesterday, and so far it's working out pretty well. I installed Home Assistant. It's a Python program, an open source Python program that basically acts as the central hub for connecting to almost every smart device you can think of that's on the market today. There are, the Philips light bulbs, the GE light bulbs, the Wemo switches, and the Nest thermostat controllers. Basically any of those smart devices, it can connect to them. It can even work with other Arduinos and Raspberry Pis. So if you made, let's say, a Kodi media player like I did using a Raspberry Pi, it can control that one too, which is really cool. So there's a whole bunch of devices. So let's take a look at the list so we can see what else we have that's compatible with it. Alright, so here we went to the homeassistant.io website, and basically this is a giant list of devices and different things can be used with the Raspberry Pi over here. And as you can see, the Samsung Smart TVs, the Sonos media player, even Slack, TP-Link, Telegram, all these things are compatible with this Home Assistant software, which is awesome. Now you're probably wondering how I did this, and honestly, I followed some videos from a channel called BRUH Automation, B-R-U-H Automation. I'll link it right here if I can do that properly. So it's here. Basically, his channel goes through all the steps you need to get this set up. He has some great content, and it shows you demos and how it works and everything. So I definitely recommend you check out his channel, because there's a lot of easy to follow tutorials there. So instead of just copying that and redoing it here, I just recommend you go there and check it out. So if you follow the videos, you'll eventually have this set up within an hour or two, which is awesome because it's really simple. It doesn't take that much time. Once you have it ready, you can go ahead and go to the IP of your Raspberry Pi, and not only the IP, but it's the IP and then the port number. And once you're there, it'll direct you to the Home Assistant dashboard, where you'll have a list of all the devices and things that you've connected to it. So let's take a look at that one just to see how it looks.
Alright, so to access the Home Assistant dashboard, we need to go to the Raspberry Pi's IP address and port number. So the IP address you'll have to find through using the terminal and doing ifconfig, or whichever way you can do that. Just make sure you have the correct IP address. So mine is, for example, 192.168.0.8, and the default port number is 8123 for the Home Assistant software. So once you have that in your URL, go ahead and press enter, and then it'll open up the program. And over here, as you can see, this is my dashboard. There's not too much going on because honestly I don't have any smart devices at my house. Hopefully I'll get them pretty soon. I want to get a smart light bulb and a few Wemo switches so I can mess around with this software and see how it works. Right now all I have is this list of so it says like it tracks the sun and the time at which it sets and when it rises. That's kind of cool. And the rest of these are basically the Raspberry Pi's internal processes, the system services and all that. And then down here I added the Kodi media player because I do have a Kodi media player because I made one using a Raspberry Pi, and it's downstairs. So we'll go into this one later after I explain some of the other things. So over here you can see that there's also a map and a logout function. If you need to, you can go ahead and use those. And down here there's a developer tools. This part is actually for when you want to run certain services. So there is a option to restart Home Assistant. So you can just click on this available services over here on the right, and you can just call service. It'll restart the Home Assistant software, which is nice. And other things like my media player, I could turn it off from here too, or I could play the next media, or turn up the volume, turn it down, whatever. So it's nice to have the available services listed here. So other than that, there's not too much for me, but hopefully when you guys use it, you'll have more things listed here and you can use it more effectively. So now I want to focus on how I use Kodi, and it's very cool. I just want to show, because it's the only thing I can really show an example of. I'll go ahead and turn on my Kodi media player, and this will say it's on, and then once it does that, I'll come up here and we'll kind of do a little example of how it works. So one moment.
Right, so over here's my TV, and attached to it is my Kodi media player. Right now I'm going to connect it to power, and it'll turn on. So let's connect this. So right here is the power connection, and now it's connected. So in a moment it'll turn back on, it'll turn up, and then we can find it on our Home Assistant software. So let's go check that out. I forgot to mention, I should probably turn the TV on and open up some kind of media, maybe like a news source or maybe a movie, so that we'll turn the sound on really loud, and upstairs we'll hear the you know, how I can turn it off and on, how I can turn the volume down and up and all that kind of stuff. So let's try this. Alright, so Kodi just turned back on. So now we can open up some kind of maybe some movie or something. Let's see. Go to videos. Maybe CBSN sounds good. I'll do that. I can open some live news. And this is all running from that little guy right there. Should open in a minute. Alright, so I'm going to turn it up really loud so that upstairs we'll hear it. That's pretty loud. Okay, maybe not that loud. Alright, that's good. Alright, so if you can see here, the CBSN logo shows up on the Kodi thing now. So now it says it's live, it's on. So I don't know if you guys can quite hear it, but when I press the pause button, it'll stop. And I heard it. Well, it stopped. Actually, you know what? I'll put a camera down there and we'll record the TV stopping as I press stop. So let's check that out. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully you guys learned something new. If you have any questions, let me know. Go ahead and comment. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a like. And of course, if you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe. So I'll see you guys later in my next video. So bye-bye.